Hola primas y primos, bienvenidos al Nuevo Mundo. This is for educational purposes only. There's a lot going on in the world these days, but based on my extensive review of available sources, there is no evidence that Iranians have ever systematically referred to Mexicanos y Mexicanas as rapists, wetbacks, or criminal immigrants. These terms are deeply rooted in North American nativist rhetoric and geopolitical context, not Iranian discourse. Let me give you the breakdown. As everybody with a brain knows, Donald Trump popularized in his 2015 campaign speech rapists, claiming Mexican immigrants were not only bringing drugs and crime, they were also rapists. Now, the term wetback comes from undocumented immigrants who crossed the Rio Grande. This was used in the U.S. anti-immigrant rhetoric in the 1950s. In fact, Trump has often praised Operation Wetback. Finally, criminal immigrants is a recurring trope in U.S. Nazi narratives linking immigrants to crime. There are no historical tensions or mass migration that exist between Iran and Mexico to provoke targeted slurs. Iranian state media and officials have always focused their criticism on the U.S., Israel, or the Gulf states, not Mexico. When officials from Iran condemn U.S. policies such as border enforcement, they frame it as American hypocrisy, not as an attack on the Mexican people. So who does say stuff like racial slurs? A Walmart shopper yelling, "Go back to Mexico," at a Latina? Trump speeches linking immigrants to poisoning the blood, which is just Nazi rhetoric. U.S. far-right groups using words like invaders or animals to dehumanize Mexicanos. Mexican public figures such as Sergio Gorri have used racial slurs even against indigenous Mexicans, not from Iranians. So why is there so much confusion? Online debates try to confuse Mexicanos with the U.S. nativist rhetoric that supposedly Iran does because of its anti-U.S. stance. Iranian criticism focuses on American imperialism, not Mexican immigrants. Wetback and other ways of bad-mouthing Mexicans on the U.S.-Mexican border is on the Mexican border history. The Iranians don't care about this. Persian doesn't even have these words in it. I know there's a lot of confused people of Mexican descent that have what they call Stockholm Syndrome. In other words, you've been beat so bad by the white nationalist far-right Nazis that you start to identify with them. The slurs, rapists, wetbacks, and criminal immigrants are uniquely American constructs tied to domestic policies by Donald Trump and his white supremacists. No credible evidence suggests Iranian officials or media have ever used them against Mexicans. Instances of anti-Mexican racism are overwhelmingly documented in the U.S., where these slurs function as tools of dehumanization within local nativist movements. To paraphrase El Hermano Muhammad Ali, I ain't got no quarrel with the Iranians. No Iranian ever called me a wetback.